My story begins when I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in 1984 at the age of 13. With any new medical diagnosis, many treatments were tried to alleviate my symptoms and complications. After 4 years, my still uncontrolled disease led to many hospital visits and missed school days. My doctor told my parents and I that I should have the surgery and begin my life with an ileostomy. He assured us that this would make me feel better, not just now, but in the future too. I was 17, and I was concerned how awkward I thought it would be to start college with an ileostomy. I felt that I had my whole life in front of me, and this choice was so upsetting that I decided not to have the surgery. Had I known then what I know now, I probably would have made a different choice. But I decided to move forward without the surgery and was able to manage with new medications. I completed college and started my career. I was able to live comfortably for many years, and I traveled the world, visiting places like Asia, the Middle East, and Europe many times. So fast forward to 2008. I was living in Chicago and being treated at the University of Chicago Hospital. I was in the midst of a 6-week business trip that took me to Asia, Europe, and Dubai when I started not feeling well. I contacted my doctor and went in for tests. A week before Christmas, he called me late at night and said, "Maroun, sorry for calling so late, but this is important. Your test results came back, and I'm sorry, you have colon cancer." I was single, living alone, and had no one to talk to. My family lives in Boston, and it was too late to call them and upset them. I sat on the couch all night, and only then did I remember the conversation I had with my doctor 19 years earlier. I knew in order to beat the disease, I needed to have the ileostomy surgery. I was scared. I thought about how the ileostomy would make me different. I didn't know how or what to tell people. I found that my medical team were the nicest, most passionate, caring people. My WOCN nurse became like a trusted friend. My home health care provider was there for the first few weeks when I got home. I realized you're not alone on this journey. After my surgery, I had a chance to sample a variety of ostomy products. I found that some worked better for me or were easier for me than others. In addition to the impact of finding the right product, the support I received and still receive from Hollister Secure Start services has an even greater impact in my life. They provide me with the confidence and support to get through each and every day. Now I know living with an ileostomy isn't scary. How you decide to live your life will determine your success. Along the way, I learned a lot of tricks of the trade. Working in an office and often in teams, my goal is to be as discreet as possible, so I plan ahead. Depending on my day, I plan my diet and wardrobe accordingly. There are many products and accessories out there that I find helpful and aid in my discretion. I usually keep extra supplies in the office just in case. When traveling, I suggest that you pack extra supplies in your carry-on luggage. Still, even with preparation, my stomach makes noises that are unavoidable. Personally, I find it to be best to be honest with the people in my life and tell them my story, rather than worrying about if they heard the noises or not. You'll find how to tell others without feeling embarrassed on your own schedule. We all have our imperfections, and I found those I've told to be very accepted. In 2012, while on a date, I told this lovely lady that I was a cancer survivor. She showed empathy and happiness that I was okay. I knew I was going to marry her when she made me feel completely comfortable with living with an ostomy. She has done more research on my health and care than I have. She goes to many of my follow-up appointments. It's important that she understands how to care for me when I feel under the weather. I am a Hollister customer for life. Their products are well made, and with many options, they help many people live their lives. Looking back, I thought having an ileostomy was going to prevent me from having a full life, but it hasn't. I feel better now than before the surgery. I have less concerns and am able to enjoy all of life experiences. I've developed caring relationships, continued working, and I've traveled even more now than before the surgery. I hope that you are able to relate to many parts of my story and that it brings you the confidence and comfort to know that you are not alone in this journey.